I was being lazy, scrolling through YouTube and starting to feel really bad about my laziness until I came across a neat little comment on this video that I was watching. I was watching a video, oddly enough, about cleaning. And this guy was talking about laziness and how sometimes it kicks in and how you can get over that laziness to, just kind of do what you need to do. And one of the comments was like, I'll have you know that laziness is actually a capitalist construct. It's not real in regular human life. As if like the idea is capitalists have fooled you into thinking that you're lazy if you're not working and you're providing product for the big man up top, you know what I mean? Which I think is very funny, because if anything, capitalism and any other type of I mean modern society where we're organized and we have rules and laws and taxes, any of that is going to naturally enable certain people to be a little more lazy than they would normally be. You know what I'm saying? Like the kind of person that works part-time at McDonald's is probably not prepared to take on, say, moving out into the jungle and having to hunt food with their bare hands and building a shelter. You know what I'm saying? The thing is traditionally in the past, in more unorganized civilizations, you couldn't really be lazy. You know what I mean? You couldn't just be like, well, I have ADHD, so where's my I mean, you would have to organize into some type of if you were gonna be that kind of person that never did any work, you would have to hope that your little village would be cool with you just skimming by, never providing like firewood, food, or anything. This idea that only in capitalism could the idea of being lazy exist. And you have to take in mind that this was a video about a dude cleaning. This isn't a dude saying like, you need to go out and get a job and you need to work 65 hours. This was a guy who was just like, yeah, I've been really lazy lately, but I've been, trying to motivate myself to clean more. And this guy that's commenting is like, whoa, brother, you don't need to worry about cleaning. Okay, you're not lazy for not cleaning your own house. Capitalism has tricked you into thinking, like, I don't know if maybe their logic is just like through capitalism, when you want to clean, you're more likely to buy, I don't know, scrubbing bubbles or something for your bathroom. So it is supporting capitalism in some way. I don't know. I don't know what but it was just so funny to see it there in that context, and for them to not realize that, like, I don't know, man, we live in a relatively chill period if you happen to be a person that just either refuses to work or, I don't know, you're on disability. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, out in the jungle, they probably just leave your ass behind. That's the difference between us and the animals nowadays, is that we we don't just leave, and we don't just leave people behind, and I like that, but it's just very funny to watch people who are just like super out of touch. Like, what do you mean? It's a capitalist construct. No, laziness is just like, have you ever met somebody who it just like sucks, like is just truly terribly lazy, and it's not even just like depression, they're just genuinely lazy. They're like a happy lazy person. I used to have a roommate that was like that. We told him like, hey man, because he didn't have a job at the time, but he needed a place to stay. So we're like, hey man, honestly, I don't care if you can't pay rent for however many months. I would just really appreciate it if you like vacuumed the floor, took the dog out for the walk while I'm at work, and keep the kitchen or stuff clean. You're not doing anything else all day. And he just never did any of that. He just played video games all the time. I'm sure he would be a big fan of the ideology or the idea that, laziness is a capitalist issue, because he was very anti getting a job as well, or doing any work. Because, it'd be one thing if he was like, yeah, I don't want to get a job at McDonald's because I want my music career to take off. And he was like, because at least I can respect that. Like if you're one of those people who doesn't want to get a real job, but you're at least working on your passion all the time, sure, you might work yourself into the ground and never make a dollar, but I can at least respect the work ethic. He just wasn't doing anything. Like he didn't have any passions that he cared to work on. He just wanted to play games, and he wasn't even passionate enough to, like, I don't know, stream it or something, or like get pro at a game. He just wanted to like play games and not do anything. And he was just lazy. And it had nothing to do with like capitalist society telling him that he just genuinely, in every situation, he would be a completely useless person. And there's no reason for him to be useless. He was not disabled. He didn't suffer from depression. He didn't have ADHD. He just sucked. And capitalism did not. Well, according to anyone that strictly like really believes in capitalism, I guess would never be lazy. So he must have. I'm assuming he just wasn't capitalist. Honestly, I find all of this discussion to suck hot shit. As with most political conversations, I find moderation is, and not fence sitting, but moderation on certain things is probably where you need to be, especially on issues like this. But also, like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Laziness is a construct of only in America, in capitalist America, over in China or, when the USSR was still around, you would never hear anyone call anyone else lazy because it was different. Only capitalist society did. No, what are you talking about? Even when we were cavemen, I'm not taking Ognark out to go hunting. He's lazy as shit. He's not going to catch anything. He's literally going to be a detriment. But you best believe that when we catch the food, he's there to eat it. That guy's getting clubbed over the head and dragged out back. You know what I mean? He's not contributing to the cave. It's just wild to me.